Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a scene for the Changeling venue. This scene has Lady Estrella Greyhawk and the good Lord Margram investigating rumors about Sarah, Elise, and some poor chimera that happened in Goblin Town. Something happened, but they don't know what. And now it's time for them to find out.
So you know, any, oh, how do I say this? Before we go there, like, do you want to say anything to me? Like, don't do this, don't do that, please. Don't do, just don't
Um,
do it.
sure. Has Mogram gotten a rundown of Goblin Town yet?
No.
Okay. Um, Astria is going to sit Mogram down, probably at Astria's place, and she'll just say, "Look, all right, the place we're going to is a place called Goblin Town. Goblin Town's a bit of a weird place politically because while it is under the protection of the Kingdom of Apples, it is not officially a territory of the Kingdom of Apples, so it is considered a sovereign state. That being said, the place is mostly run by the Bezdin, if I remember correctly, Austin?
For the most part, there are a few other political factions here and there.
Okay. But she'll just say, yeah, the Bezdin, the Knocker leadership is holds a lot of power in there. They don't look too kindly on she.
Okay,
Like,
may I ask a question?
yeah,
Why do we go
because we have to find out what the hell's going on.
there? So, remember your squire?
Yeah?
She's not she. Remember the other house I went, the one who was trying to join, the girl, the liars.
Puka? Des?
Yeah, yeah, Puka. Yes, she's not she. Why they're not going?
Because, well, I can't get a hold of them, and I'd like to find this out with my own eyes. I mean, they're not going to go around killing she in the streets or anything like that, mostly. But,
Are you sure?
look, just you don't do this, but don't go around being all she-ish or Sealy. In fact, we may want to flip the switch for this one, just in case.
Okay.
Where we are?
We are currently at Astria's place, and Astria is explaining to Mogram Goblin Town.
Okay. So Chalala is there, of course, because if Malgrim is there, Chalala is there.
I love this. So okay,
Oops.
They're so cute together.
thank you.
Talking overly.
The I understand where you're going there. I totally do. Let's do this. And I hope shit won't go bad.
Well, if it does, Astria just puts her hand on the she plate that she's currently wearing. I'll make sure we GTFO.
Like you can hopscotch, she can hopscotch, I can't hopscotch.
We will hopscotch you. I don't, Sealy or unsealy, I don't believe in leaving people behind.
Before we start this shit, I'm gonna tell you something. I normally like to help people. I love helping people. As far as I understand, you want to play politics. It doesn't work that way. Normally, a lot of politicians just get what
Roll
they
perception
are
empathy on Astria.
roll. I have two.
This isn't really a political thing for her. like at
Okay.
all.
Fuck it, let's go.
As
What
far
are
as
you
you,
going
in
to
fact,
do?
based on everything you've seen from Astria, she just wants to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Want to know what? Why are we going to Goblin Town?
heard some weird stuff about all that. Heard something about
Okay.
someone named Sarah Elise and some poor Chimera.
Oh, I've heard something about it too, but I wasn't sure. That's why I came here, actually.
Yep, so we're gonna go find out.
Okay.
Astria actually throws on a cloak with a hood on it, so that way she can cover up her ears and her armor and all of her weapons and stuff. And she'll just say,
Talula is actually carrying the piece of Shogot skin she has because she actually still needs to find someone to make her cape. So it's a good excuse to be in Goblin Town. And
Alright.
she carries no weapons. Only, well, herself. She is her own weapon.
Margrim doesn't carry any weapon, but he has a she plate, and he puts something on because like they don't like she's and they don't want to see she's. So yeah, like she plate is a bad idea.
Well, it stands to mention that Astria Sheepplate isn't the, bright gold that everyone imagines. For anyone that's played Dragon Age 2, it's female Hawk's mage champion armor. I don't know if anyone gets that reference.
I did, don't worry.
Okay. But yeah, she's more or less just wearing that.
Yeah, Talula pretty much wears, well, a simple velvet dress. Nothing really extravagant. And leather pants underneath it, just in case she needs to run, actually. And she wears a cloak, a very common cloak, nothing very shiny or fabulous, which is sad for her, but more safe that way.
Okay. And Astria will just say, alright guys, if we're good for prep, I think we're ready to go?
Yes, we are, I guess.
Okay.
And you travel from your location. You pop a quick trod that takes you into the near dreaming. You walk through downtown New York, and you come up through some winding alleys. The walls get higher, the bricks get older, smell of mold, mildew, some dampness, and there are these two guys in weird clockwork armor standing in front of a very large gate. And they look at you. One, very obviously knockers. What do you guys want?
She'll let Astrid do this talking because, common sense.
She'll just walk up to the big ass guys and she'll just say, just want to do some fucking shopping.
Alright, fair enough. Got the toll?
What's the toll this time?
Draw us ahead.
Okay. Does he mean temporary or permanent?
Temp.
Okay. Astrid will actually pay for all three of them.
Okay.
Where did we get this? Oh, Emily, we get a background noise. Can you help us, please?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Background voice. No, we don't get it anymore. Don't worry. Okay. Fine.
Wait a minute, I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
Better? I'm listening to you. I'm just doing some stuff. But I'm here.
Alright. And so, guy
Okay.
takes the dross, taps this door, and you hear this creaking, almost painful clanking of gears, of ball bearings, of springs and hinges, and the wall in front of you kind of parts in this jagged puzzle, revealing a large walkway. On the other side of the hall, walkway is a hall that goes left, and there's a hall that goes right.
Okay,
Talala is extremely happy. Actually, she's trying not to demonstrate it, but she's extremely anxious because she's never been in Goblin Town before.
It stands to mention to Lula that Magram and Astria both smell like beer.
She probably noticed, but didn't spoke anything because, politeness.
Alrighty. Who has actually been into Goblin Town before?
Astria has.
Okay. So then you know how to navigate through the little maze that's set up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very difficult. And you hear above you the beating of wings and the scratching of claw on stone. And then it's gone.
Is there anyone else in the street with us?
Not yet. You,
Okay.
Go ahead.
As she hears that, she's not even gonna look back, and she's not gonna look worried. She's just gonna say, "Oh, you two may want to turn on your bracelets just in case."
Yeah, she will turn her bracelets because she's not crazy.
I already have bracelets on.
Can someone roll for me? I don't know if I do have to roll to...
You need to roll 7 dice. Oh, no, you need to roll your... Not 7 dice, wait. Faye plus 3.
Okay, so 6 dice, please, if someone can roll for me.
I gotcha.
Austin, does the Oakenshield stat weights? Because like I had like 7 successes.
Oakenshield does not stack.
No. I mean like it's weights, right? Like as long as you didn't spend those health levels, it stays.
It lasts for a scene.
Oh, it lasts for a scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for a scene? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you have all of those health levels for a scene.
Okay, I thought it was they lasted until you deactivated it or got erased through damage.
Nope, a scene.
Then I need to go correct some werewolf players. Sorry about that.
Alright. So as you go walking through, you finally make your way through the maze. It's really like 3 left turns and a couple of fake rights. You're in this bustling market, much like the one from Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
Or chimerical creatures are bound. You've got a bunch of different kiths, some knockers selling wares, one thing, some trolls, some boggins, a couple of members of House Gwydion.
Wow.
There's an issue. And they're just, they're all screaming and crying, trying to get your attention to buy a thing.
And at this point,
Tell a look at Astra. I actually have something to craft, but I don't know where to. So if you could lead the way or tell me how to do it,
Oh,
because I don't know anyone.
oh, okay. What do you need made?
Well, when we hunted that thing, I believe it was a Shogot. I've got a piece of its skin, and I want to make a cape out of it, because Shogots are, well, awesome metamorphs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Austin, I guess Astra is going to look for a knocker real quick.
They are everywhere. I mean, it is a bustling town. But, 1 second. I mean, there is noise. There are knockers everywhere around you. There are boggins. There are Ishu. There are a couple of people who don't look like they should be able to make stuff, but they do.
Okay. She'll probably find one of the knockers. Not really looking for any specific one, just one that looks like, they're good at their job, but that kind of narrows it down to the entire kith.
Yeah.
That's
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually someone who might be good crafting with, leather or clothes. Because that's pretty much what is needed.
Do me a favor, Tim. Have Estrella roll willpower.
Ooh, okay. There's a 10 and a 7.
Okay. You're able to focus a little bit on this new task, but you still really want to know what happened to Sarah and Elise.
Yeah. So she doesn't look annoyed, but she is. You ever seen Astra get a little twitchy? But then again, that's Astra every day. So,
Tell a look. It will be quick, I swear. We just do it, and then we can run and discover what is happening around.
Yeah. Take your time. Don't worry about it. As she's obviously trying to fight her flaw like a motherfucker right now.
Wow. I mean, who knows what it could be?
But anyway.
A black rock.
What? So you are looking for somebody to make a skin, or use that skin to make a cloak.
Yes.
I've talked with Paul, and he has some plans for that, so he's gonna run that. It's turned into his baby now.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay then.
You're getting a plot out of it.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
Then for brevity's sake, how about we say that we don't really manage to find anyone that's really good at working with this specific kind of thing?
Yeah. Most people, when you put it on the table, they look at you and go, "Oh, fuck you."
All right.
Talala is faulting at this point. She's kind of disappointed with the knockerdom. But yeah, she's still curious about Sarah and the waltzing, so she's following Astra around like a lost puppy.
As soon as they finish the last knocker, it's kind of like Astra goes robotic and immediately goes back to the path to I guess to the path that they were walking before. Have you
Right.
ever played Fable? You know the breadcrumbs? Astria went off the breadcrumbs and now really wants to get back to the breadcrumbs.
Aww. So you start looking around. Do me a favor. Roll me perception alertness. Okay. And you, through the bustle of the crowd, you think you heard the name Elise off in front of what looks like a food vendor cart.
Mogram and Tallulah will see one side of Astria's cloak, specifically the hood section of it, kind of twitch a little bit. And then Astria will just start moving towards a food vendor.
Okay, Talula will try to be discreet at looking at her, sort of tilting her head and then following like it was a casual thing, like, oh, it was planned all along.
Common sense. Blessing would look bad in Goblin Town, right? Suits it.
Now probably not a wise idea.
Okay.
Don't want to throw a lot of arts right now.
Mm-hmm. He follows Tallulah.
Alright.
So she'll probably get up to the food vendor. Is there a line?
Not so much a line, it's kind of like an 8-seat little cart. Most of the seats are full. They're eating some sort of meat on a stick. You're really not quite sure what it is. But it smells very kind of familiar. A little soy, a little sweet. There's also some strange, like, other spices that just seem out of this world that you can't quite pick up.
Common sense, would it be safe to eat?
Everybody's eating it, so more than likely.
Okay, so Talula is going to buy one if there is no line waiting.
There are a couple of open seats, so you can pop, open spots you can pop up. Most of the ordering, it's just done in, like, you're watching people order, and they just hold up one or two, a number of fingers, and that's how many sticks of meat you get.
Okay, how are they paying? Dross?
Dross.
Yeah, okay. So Talula is going to raise 3 fingers, one for each of them.
Okay. He nods. This insect with a little bowl attached to its back walks in front of you and just kind of looks up at you. Wiggles the bowl.
This is in front of Tallulah?
Yeah.
Talula looks at it. It's for pain.
This insect critter kind of looks at you in this very sarcastic tone in the, yeah, put the money in the cup look.
Okay, she pays.
Alright. And then this little, then the critter crawls off the top of the counter and then kind of behind. And then there's some hissing, some steaming, and about a minute or so goes by, and this elderly man, Anishu, just holds out a hand with 3 sticks of some sort of meat on it.
She will get the 3 sticks and offer one for each of Astria and Malgrim. Sort of letting the people speaking while she buys it, and for sort of giving them a reason to stay around.
Thanks. Takes one.
Well, let's pretend Malgrim accepted daughter and Tala will get her own. Take a bite.
It's very strange. It's got notes of, as I mentioned earlier, soy, some pineapple, weird, strange flavors your palate can't quite understand. The meat itself is very tender, but very gamey, almost woody.
Okay.
So it's like we're eating almost like jerky?
Less like jerky, and think of it, like, the Chinese food, chicken on a stick, but made with deer, with some various other things.
Okay. So as Astrea just kind of chills and eats, she'll probably kind of listen for anyone else drop the name Sarah, Elise, or any of that.
You say Sarah and Elise, and everybody kind of looks at you a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't actually go up and ask. She was sitting down and eavesdropping on them.
Oh, okay.
Like she was listening to see if anyone brought that up.
It just sad about what happened, and how can that actually have happened? I don't believe it was a thing.
Okay. As they talk about that, she'll actually kind of she'll walk up and she'll just ask, "Hey guys, don't mean to offend anybody, but may I ask what happened to them? I've been hearing about that all day."
This young Boggin looks as like she's just sad. I mean, well, we don't really know what happened to Sarah, but Elise found dead in the street. Somebody had murdered her. Just left her body there.
Shit, it wasn't with, was it?
No. They just shake her head, but it wasn't pretty. It was real nasty. But nobody knows what happens to Sarah. They think the worst.
Is there anyone looking into this?
Well, everybody's, you got a bunch of people looking into it, I suppose. But I don't know. I'm not my thing. Not what I'm looking into.
Mm-hmm. May I ask where it happened? So that way I make sure to, clear out of there next time.
I really don't know what happened. They found her body just gutted and eviscerated.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was asking where it happened.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Near the edge of the city. Or near the edge of Goblin Town.
North side, south side, west side?
West side.
Alright.
And, Sarah, we don't quite know where she vanished from. But she was last seen near the middle of town. And then a couple of Chimera were just killed dead.
Damn.
Oh. But there was all struggle on all of them. So I don't
So
know.
they gave him some hell, right?
Maybe? I think so. Definitely, they didn't go down quiet. That's for damn sure.
Alright. Well, thanks for, letting me know. I'll make sure to be careful when I'm walking around the streets.
Definitely stay in in a group. I wouldn't definitely travel alone.
I'll stays quiet the whole time, letting Astria speak, just listening. And she will just wait for Astria to come back.
Yeah. Astria will just stand up and she'll just say, hope you guys have a good night.
It's kind of, they look at you and just like, stay safe.
Walks back over to Tallulah.
Malgrim is there as well.
It's like, and then she'll kind of ferret them out a little bit, if you know what I mean. Kind of just lead them further out, so that way, she's not just blatantly telling people shit like in plain view of everybody.
Gotcha.
Probably go somewhere where there's not as many people walking around. And all this is said in a very, very hushed whisper. And she'll just say, all right, so Elise went down on the west side of town, near the edge of Goblin Town. No one really quite knows what happened to Sarah, but they saw her in the middle of town, at least last time anyone saw her. And apparently a couple of Chimera went down too. No one really knows a lot about that.
Perhaps we should, visit the place where she died.
Exactly. And
all right.
I'll probably head up the west side of town.
Okay. The west side of town, I mean, Goblin Town, all of it looks like a giant bazaar. Different signs, different names, different crafts. But for the most part, it's still all sort of brick, mortar, tent, and bazaar.
Okay. I suppose a little bit of just common sense would be thrown into this. Astra's probably just going to kind of look around and see where there just isn't a lot of activity in town. Because logically, that would probably be where it happened.
There's a couple areas that are kind of squared off.
So, just seeing if I got it. Alice died Ayad and Sarah is missing, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So we first go to see the dead one scene, and then perhaps I can use my familiar fireball to try to find the other.
I got common
When
sense. Is that not the best idea?
Would what? The
Like-
going and fairy firing?
Yeah.
Might get a
Well,
little
considering-
suspicious.
suspicious, but considering we are trying to find someone and help, perhaps.
Oh, I got an idea then. If Tallulah casts Pyretics 1 and has a Will of the Wisp, but Mogram casts Chicanery on it to make it look like a, I don't know, some random chimera.
Could be a thing.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So that way it doesn't look like, it doesn't look like a Pyretics 1 cantrip running around.
Right.
Tallulah looks pleased with the idea.
Oh, sorry. You get there and an area is cordoned off. There's a couple of what appear to be guards that are just ushering people along. The street's closed off about a block in all directions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do these guards look particularly unfriendly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look particularly unfriendly.
Alright, so no conversation will be all that good with them.
You think you're pretty sure the answers you get would be shut up, go away, move along, this doesn't concern you.
Yeah. Reminds me of House I Looned. Then she'll just be sitting there. Well, she won't just be sitting there watching these guards. She'll probably, what they'll probably be doing is they'll be just kind of surveying the block. I'm guessing that there are guards at every end of the block.
Yeah,
like
there
in
are a
every
few.
section.
Yeah, there are a few on each section.
We're not going to be getting in there without a really good lie.
Well, me or Malgrim could try to seduce them.
Okay, wait.
Eh,
So tell me,
as good as an idea that sounds, it's not
Who
D&D.
who is these guys? Are they trolls? Guardians? What are they?
There are people in the uniform of Goblin Town, like the local Goblin Town militia, if you will.
Mhm.
One is a knocker, the other is a troll. Those are the closest one to you, and the rest of them look like knockers. And
Wait, there's more than two?
well, those are the closest to you. There's some down at the other end of the block, and then
So they're closing a way into a place that we want to enter.
correct.
Okay.
Mm.
He looks at Ashley. Do we know who's inside?
We know that. Well, we figure that's where Elise ate it.
Elite what?
That's. We think that's where Elise died.
Okay. So
Well, we are pretty sure, but actually at this point it is.
okay. He looks at the like Esrea and Tola. I can lie. Or I can say that we are here sent by someone.
Yeah, the problem
Yeah.
without a
problem
name.
We don't even know a name. So Ashraya, I want you to talk with people because if I talk, they might understand I'm she. And you're not liked here. So just ask them, like who's staying there, who's doing what, and then come back to me so I can, find a way to enter. Like I can say like blah 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 send ask for you. He looks at you, you, her, and me to talk. Or I can just go near them and say, what do we need to go inside of there?
Another option we have is to say that we have some important shit in there.
We have what?
Yeah,
Important things.
and perhaps they are going to try to accompany us to get important shit inside, or try to get it for us. That's pretty
That's
much the
true.
problem with idea.
Yeah. Well, my mom always taught me that when I run into a problem, it sometimes works to get on the other problems and then come back to the one you're stuck on after you're done with every other one.
Okay, so let's go to somewhere quiet where I can cast a fair fire, and then we can camouflage it like something else.
I say we head over to where Sarah was last seen and check that out.
Okay, this one takes you towards the giant clock tower in the middle of Goblin Town. Gears that rotate around. This is where she was last seen. The area isn't cordoned off, it isn't blocked off, but it's not very lively. The air here is sullen, laced with fear. Empty.
Okay, open up my shit.
Okay. Anyone say anything about her at this point?
There's not a lot of people here. It's almost empty. The stores are open, but doors are shut. There aren't the people on the street hawking and crying.
Astria kind of just blinks a couple of times and she's like, maybe we should find out who these people were.
Yeah, but you have an idea how to begin the conversation without it seeming creepy or invasive?
We're new to town. and we're hearing all kinds of talk about it. I mean, no offense to either of them, but I've never seen Goblin Town get like this over someone.
Well, okay.
So you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Astra will probably find the relatively most chipper motherfucker she can find.
Sorry.
They're all real solemn, and like as you're walking down the streets, a couple like doors close.
Well, we are three strangers in Goblin Town.
What was that one?
We're three she in Goblin Town.
Yeah. Wait.
The last thing they want to deal with is our shit.
Well, for all they know, we could have done it or some shit.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
So you go walking through the area, either oh, sorry, got a case of the yawning. And as you're trying to find somebody and you're walking down the street, the doors keep closing in front of you. It's obviously they don't know you, they don't want to know you, and they are suspicious of you.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got three motherfuckers walking through town in cloaks.
Yeah.
Pretty sketch.
Carry a piece of Shabbat skin. Yeah, we are very suspicious.
Maybe we should drop the cloaks, at least the hoods.
Well, she
It
doesn't
will-
have her hood up, just a cloak because, you know, cold
Yeah.
and not showing cleavage of the dress.
Yeah, Astra will just she'll yank down the hood, revealing her hair and the ears. But she'll probably take her dreadlocks and kind of just put them over her ears, so that way they're not super pronounced.
Okay.
I'm assuming the same
Okay.
thing's still happening, but
Yeah. It just takes a little bit slower. It takes a second or two more for the doors to shut, as opposed to you walk in front, the door slams shut.
Okay, we
Yeah.
should actually try to, enter in a shop or something, a place where they cannot avoid us if we actually are trying to buy some shit. So they have to do small talk.
And it's just continuing, like even the people outside are running inside.
They're not running, but you're definitely getting the "you're not welcome here" vibe.
Yeah.
Are there slowly people gathering up behind us?
I wouldn't say that. There are, as you look behind, you notice that there are people who are they're watching you.
Okay. Shit.
Less they're concerned with what you're doing. She'd normally don't show up here, especially three of them. You showed up originally as all hooded figures, and then you took off your hoods. And now they're just like, what are you doing here?
I think we should get the fuck out of here. Just
You're right.
like
Time to dip.
Margaret says it. It's like I think we should just dip.
Yeah, I think we need GTFO. I don't want to get an angry mob on us. I don't want to get jumped.
Like stab.
Yeah,
I
please.
get stabbed a couple times. It hurts. It burns. Let's go.
So you start making your way towards the exit of Goblin Town, and you hear this giant thundering crash from a few blocks, a few alleyways over, and it's a horrible explosion. It's not very big, but it's fucking loud.
It's
Okay, Margaret.
like
Astria immediately just says, "Okay, you two stand behind me. We're checking this shit out."
Margaret just holds his hands. Okay.
wait.
you can
We
just
are
check.
in Goblin Town, full of knockers, and you want to go after explosion.
Yes, fuck
Yes.
that shit. We did it. Shut the fuck up. Let's go back. They will fucking frame us. Let's go. Common sense. No, they will fucking frame us. Go.
That's definitely a thing.
Yeah, like they will say three of the she from outside when it arrived, fucking bombed the Goblin Town and left. No, like if we go there, we will just get stabbed. The shit already happened. Just let's get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, please. You know, the first thing I learned from my mentor is goblins do shit. They go boom. No.
I'm sorry, this is going to be a curiosity roll. Can we get a diff, Mr. Storyteller?
8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, someone
That's a
please
botch.
roll.
She just says, "Oh, okay." How many dice are you rolling?
3 dice for me.
A fail.
Failed for me as well. God damn it.
So everyone's like, "Fuck it, let's go." And I assume both Bagram and Tallulah, well, they were like, "No, fuck that, we gotta get out of here, we gotta get, nah, never mind, let's go check this shit out."
Pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
come on, we don't need to go see it, but you know,
We
I
should
never
at least-
saw an explosion before. It would be cool to see
Yeah,
it.
we gotta make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah, like that's Margrim's like we gotta be sure everybody's okay. And you guys like, yeah, let's go.
All right, and we book it towards the explosion.
You book it, and there's another one of these thunderous crashes. This time you actually hear it's thunder. And it's and there is this loud booming like just shriekingly loud voice crying for help.
Okay, no,
shit.
we're booking it towards that.
I'm booking it. I don't care.
Real quick, you said there were thunderous explosions. Were they actually explosions, or were they just thunderous noises?
They were more thunder.
Then may I get an I would like 2 things: a perception kenning and an intelligence greymare.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would like.
9 and 6. Was that magic?
That was magic.
Okay, and oh boy, I really hope I make this through intelligence greymare. Okay, depending on if my specialty in intelligence, which is scholarly, counts, that's 4 successes. Was that fucking Skycraft?
That very well could have been Skycraft. You're not quite sure what the other one was.
Okay. Either way, her priority is the scream for help. Oh shit, that may have been chicanery. She will relay that to everyone. She's like, okay, we're still gonna go check this out, but that someone may be throwing down some illusions at us. As they keep running until they, you know.
So you go. It's like an alley north, It's like two blocks north of where you were was where the sound came from and where you heard the cry for help. And people are running away, and a couple of people are running towards. And
Can I ask something with my common sense?
Sure.
Is that fucking trap?
You don't know. Common
You're...
sense is not going to give you whether or not this is a trap.
I know, but like your calm. How can I say this? Your silentness gave it all. Let's go. Continue. Let's continue.
I botched curiosity. I'm booking it, like, pretty much no matter what. Like, it would take a dictum from Valerius himself to get me to leave at this point.
So you come up, you work your way, you fight your way through the crowds of people that are running away, and there is this somewhere between Childling and Wilder Satyr. Or mid-teens, 16, 17, maybe 18, but that would be pushing it. She is caught, she's holding the back of her head, and she's got a fairly deep wound in her back. And she's losing color quick.
Astrid will just, is she, I'm guessing she's passed out?
No, not yet.
Okay. Astrid is just gonna run straight up. She's gonna walk straight up to her and she's gonna say, "Alright, you've got a really deep wound in your back. Let's see if we can't take care of that, okay?"
She looks up, she's like, who? She's trying to focus on what you're saying,
Markham, throw me a blessing.
Okay. Markham props. You will survive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Alright, I get this. So this intelligence medicine to stabilize this woman is now at, like,
Diff 3.
Diff 3, yeah.
Can I throw a blessing to her as well to survive? More, to hold on to life.
Not really appropriate. She's not going to be making any rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got 3 successes.
Okay, this is a real bad wound, and you can tell it looks like when you're dressing, you're applying pressure, you're ripping parts. Most of your cloak is just you're tearing it to shreds to try and either stuff the wound or apply a tourniquet the best you can. It's in a real hard spot to get. You do know it looks like somebody may have tried. Looks like somebody tried to blackjack her. The back of her head is bumped and raised.
Okay. It's not a heal, but we can make her a little more resilient with some Oaken Shield.
Yeah. I could try to take the black.
You'll buy her some more time before pass out, but you've got the wound pretty stable. The 4 does not count. Or, I'm sorry, no, the 4 does.
Oh, I'm sorry. She probably would have bunked and said, "Don't die on me," and then done it.
You can after this, you can no longer use "Don't Die on Me."
As a bunk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because this would be the 5th time you've used it.
Oh, sorry, I'll be right back, guys.
Sure. Intermission. Pause. And this is where we go to commercial break at the high stress moment.
No, I don't know how to speak to a wall phrase. I won't speak it. But Cthulhu lives. leaves, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce shit in English also. Whatever. Just a question while he's not here yet. I tend to speak with Paul directly to get the cape, or what I do wait?
Yeah, no, Paul and I have talked. We've come up with a good little plot and some story for you. He is going to be the running it for you.
No, okay, but I talk to him or I
Yeah.
just wait?
Talk to him.
Okay.
Try and get something scheduled to that works for you, because he and I came up with some fun stuff for you. And he
Okay.
got super excited, so I passed it over to him.
Okay. Dale tu corpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar alegría y cosa buena. Dale tu corpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Ah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. I need to learn how to proper sing some Portuguese terrible songs to start singing also intermissions.
Come on, Tim. It's a very long commercial break. You know, when he goes back to rewatch this, he's gonna chuckle.
I actually managed to burn whatever I'm trying to smoke on the hookah, because I don't know why.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all.
Welcome back.
Anything? Oh, but just out of curiosity, so I just can't use that bunk anymore? Is it just because I've used it too often, or
You've used it too often.
Okay,
You've used it too often.
to the point where it's a little banal?
Yeah, it no longer gets the glamour flowing.
Okay.
So while you're patching her together, you've given her a little bit of extra time. The Goblin Town militia are running up. And you can tell that she was blackjacked. Somebody hit her in the back of the head, and they just hit her wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She will actually run towards the militia. Please help her. She's in very bad shape.
They show up, and a knocker starts chanting in what sounds like Farsi, and glamour starts flowing off of him and towards this young satyr. The wounds are slowly beginning to heal.
Talo will actually kneel by her side and just hold her hand.
And the police, the militia are gonna start to usher you away. And a boggin who's part of the militia is gonna be like, "What the hell happened?"
We have no fucking clue. We heard a loud thunder, and then we heard someone, not crying, screaming for help, and then we ran in this direction to see what was happening. And then we found her bleeding profusely.
You guys can ask her. We try to help her. Really.
Yeah, we saw when we saw as we were running up. You guys got here faster than we did. We appreciate it. Thanks. And you can hear the guard, one of the militiamen, and this young satyr talking. He asks her what happened, and she says there was a surge of something behind me. Somebody whispered, "You will do nicely," and then they hit me in the head. And that's when I caused the loud noise and used to try and scare him away and get somebody to help me. And it worked. I didn't see his face. I didn't, or what he looked like. There was just a surge of glamour. "You'll do nicely," and then he tried to hit me. I assume it was to knock me out. And then she just kind of like starts breaking down.
Were any of us able to catch her name?
No.
Okay, Talula will. Is Talula able to still be close to her?
No, they're pushing you off to the side at this point. It's moving into official hands, quote unquote.
Yeah, this is their job at this point.
Before they actually push us away, I am going to, touch the blood that fell from her wounds. And she shows her bloodied hand to Astria. We should find the motherfucker.
Keep that blood on your hand. I have an idea.
Why there's blood in my hand? Yeah, because I am smart.
No, I was saying keep it.
Of course I'm keeping it. She just made a face like obviously, and she will just put it in a little flask. Actually, close it and put it on her pocket.
When we get back to my place, wonder how good Soothsay is with blood.
Yeah. Let's go to the back cave.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that would be a wise decision.
Yeah.
To be not here.
Okay. Unless is anything gonna stop us on our way out?
Nope.
Okay, beautiful. Then I'm gonna say we move the scene back to Astria's place, or whichever place our two players prefer.
Well, it could be, I don't know, perhaps my place, because...
Okay.
You choose.
Take your pick.
Let's just say Tallulah's place. She may want to show off.
Talula will carry him to the library and sort of get a table free and puts the little flask on top of it. So, okay, Malgrim, do your thing.
What I was going to do? I was going to do Soothsay.
Yeah, try slap with some Soothsay.
Soothsay 1 with prop.
Since you're using, actually, Lost, I may need your ruling on that. He's using it on the blood rather than the flask itself. The flask itself is just the container for it.
Yeah.
I think it's Fey because it's
Be Fey.
Yeah,
The
okay.
difficulty.
Because you're trying to omen, because you want to use omen, correct?
Mm-hmm. What's the diff?
Hold on, I'm pulling up omen. Just a second. Alright. I'm gonna say the diff for this is 4.
Can I spend a willpower?
If you would like.
Yes, I will expend willpower. I have 5 successes.
1, 2, 3, willpower.
I earned.
Took away that 8,
that-
correct?
Yep.
Sorry, my widget for my control panel is right on top of the dice stream, so.
No, it's 1 from the I unit, 1 from the willpower. I have 5 successes.
Right. Okay.
I get another secret from someone. I'm learning all these secrets and not telling anybody about them.
Alright. So. You get. There are blurred visions. There's this young satyr. She's at school. It's a still image of like her in class, but it's from through the window, and then another still image of her in the lunchroom, blurred, and then it flickers. There's a bunch of images real quick to try and understand, and then it is another still image of her entering Goblin Town. The flicker of images, it zooms in and out, and then she is walking, and it's like the image of her in the picture will be like one step, then the other step, then the other step, and behind her on this still frame, darkness rises up like smoke. There is a grin in the darkness, and then the swing of what looks to be a blackjack. There's a
Blackjack?
scream. There's a scream. There's a crash of thunder. Then there's a deep, dark blade. It enters her spine, or her back, missing vital organs. But you're pretty sure that may have been a cold iron knife.
Cold
Could have
iron.
been what?
That was a cold iron.
She looks at.
Only he sees this.
I tell the story to them, by the way, like while I see this.
Tala looks shocked. Fucking cold iron in Goblin Town?
Cold iron sword.
Okay, we need to tell it for someone because this shit is serious.
You need to. I think. You know, I look at the blood. I checked it. I did an omen, and I see the girl all the time, right?
One more time?
Like, I check the blood with omen,
Yeah.
and what I see, I see the girl from outside. Is it what happens with omen? You see the you see the people you do from outside, or you see from their perspective? Because from how you tell, I get the feeling that she has been watched.
It was told in a very specific manner
Mhm.
to convey a very specific point.
Okay.
Margram just says, I think she might have been watched by this person.
Well, of course she was watching. Someone tried to attack her with cold iron. It's not something you do just for the sake of shit and giggles. We need to, get this. We need to get the blood to someone who can actually have some position of power to warn people that there might be some fucking freak out there that, well, might be the same person that already killed the other person,
Well, we do have people friendly to us in the Bezdin. Den. Maybe they could get us into the militia.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna roll willpower for Margram because what he sees is some kind of violence, and he is not used to violence.
Okay.
Soft-hearted flaw?
No, I don't have soft-hearted, but it's
Okay.
just still. I'm fine, I think. But like I was going to say, difficulty probably will be 8, but she is shocked, but he is fine.
Through your use of soothsay, because you are an established and practicer of the art, you can tell that she was being watched through the way the omen has portrayed itself.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the story she told you and what you saw in the image, the only reason she was stabbed was because whatever it was that attacked her didn't subdue her and knock her out.
So only reason that she get attacked was...
She may have been targeted for kidnapping.
Oh. Pass this info to the others.
Okay, so it's getting even more terrible. So
deeper down the rabbit hole.
Okay, we should perhaps call my mentor because he lives in Goblin Town. Perhaps he knew the people involved, and perhaps he knew what to do, or we could talk to Timmy, but it's Timmy.
Who is this Timmy? I keep hearing shit about him.
Well, Timmy is a knocker. He has a very particular vision on the world, but...
Yeah. He thinks the grey world is fake. Trying to get him out of it.
He tried to be nice and tell me some stuff when I was beginning, so I cannot see him as a bad person. Just a bit weird, but perhaps we could, I don't know, talk to both of them, or Jeezy, the girl that was here, whatever they believe. I don't know who would be the more appropriate person for this. I would rather it stay inside the house aligned, or I don't know, for now, because we are the stabbers and turtle people, so
Yeah. Well, Dizzy's in the Bezdin. We can hit her up, see if she can dig up anything. I think we were focused too much on who is doing this that we forgot to ask I Forgot to ask the important question of who they were. I think that's more important than who done it at this point.
Did I get any name, by the way, from the blood?
What was that?
Did I get any name from the blood?
You did not.
Okay.
Well, we have to discover who and why, of course. But the problem is that at this point, I don't know how exactly to begin. I mean, we have one person disappeared, another person maimed and killed, and someone who was just, targeted. But so far it's been a very small time, right? And, well, might be the same person that killed Chimera because Kuldaro.
I'm gonna find out what those Chimera were as well.
Sorry,
Sounds
this
like
shit
you
is
have
named.
an excellent set of options to take. But this is all I'm going to run for this evening. I will let you think on it and give you some time. And we'll see how deep this rabbit hole actually goes.
Okay.
You all have a good night. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing.